Alright, we ready to put this together now? Done screwing around? Okay, so we need a wrist pin. You got a wrist pin?
One right there.
One right
Here it is.
I like putting these on this side, we got access to them. That means he's going from the other side, like this. See how easy that is?
Okay.
Gasket's already on it. Goes through like that. Clip. Preload it. So the groove's right there, so you want to make sure the clip overhangs the groove a little bit so you can get something to knock it off with. So rotate it up to there. Make sure you clear the cylinder. Clip appears to be tight, pretty tight. And I have access to knock it out by going like that, knocking it out. So you set up for the disassembly when you assemble. Lube on our piston. You'd like to lubricate the studs a little bit with some oil so they don't get so corroded. And I'm going to lubricate the back side also. Like that.
Alright. Never seen it done that way.
Now, here's the nut. And then he had these washers.
It's not going to work.
And see how it's pissing that way above.
Yeah.
So I don't know where
Maybe
these
don't use
washers.
those.
I don't know where these washers came from. I've always had them with no washers. They always give you a lock washer, which I never use. When you put the nut on there, you only got a couple threads hanging out, so there's no reason to have anything other than that. Makes it quick and simple for assembling. Now you have a little bit of a jiggle on these things available. So you get some playing room here. It's hard to see it. See how you get some movement in there?
Yeah.
So let's say you set your intake manifold. So normally you go like this because the intake's on this side, but on these the intake is on this side. So I rotate it that way, the opposite way. So you just rotate it all the way to the inside, like this. I went this way with it, now I torque it down right there. So, all the way in. That way the intake manifold gap here will be closer. If you need a wider gap, then you can always loosen the cylinders up and move them over.
Oh, okay.
But the gasket's going to be under pretty good, so it won't work very well. Okay, so now, get that really high-low drag in those rings. Remember I plateau cut them, so even though the rings are stiff, it's pretty easy, relatively speaking. You see how the oil goes up to lubricate the cylinder as it comes up?
Yeah.
If you notice I did the rear one first, on purpose.
What is that?
Because this here counterbalances the hanging in the cylinder on the other side.
Oh,
You
okay.
did the front one first and let it flip over.
Yeah.
Someone's got to be thinking ahead on these jobs.
I guess so.
You don't have to, but it makes things easier if you do. Get your finger stuck underneath these things.
Yeah.
Okay, see there's lined up. So I'm going to go over here so it's got overhang of the groove when I beat it on. I'm holding the wrist pin on my other finger. I got a good pop on that one when I went in that time. Make sure that it's good and tight. It is. And next when you go to put it off, you get it right there and get access to get it off.
Perfect.
There's all kinds of things you do when you do things right. See? Think ahead. Okay. Same deal, see, rotate it. We got one clean nut, we'll put that somewhere else so we don't see it. These nasty Parker ass nuts. So you got a shoulder right here, no shoulder on this side. Shoulder goes down. If you want to be correct. We're torquing too much because it might be up in the air on the other side. You don't want to break a flange off.
No.
I'll put this one right here. Now one thing I didn't check on was the piston clearances. If they're sharp edge on the bottom between the V, when you get up to like 50 over an area to 60, they can actually hit each other.
Oh, really?
So you gotta make sure there's a chamfer on the skirt when you get up to the bigger sizes. If not, there'll be a little tapping noise when you start it up.
Just a little bit of noise.
It'll clearance.
Wow.
Hopefully it doesn't take the skirt off with it, but it'll clearance itself.
God.
Sounds like experience talking there.
I have had those hit before when putting 60 and 70 over pistons and motors back in the day. Nowadays they always chamfer the pistons, but these are old pistons. They were probably not chamfered. That didn't work. We'll find out in a minute. Turn the motor over. So I found out you turn the motor, it wouldn't turn, stopped. Something wrong. Instead of forcing you to take it apart, figure out what happened. That's how you learn this stuff. It's always by doing. Okay. They're not full torque, but it's brought down flush. I'm going to turn this thing over to see what's going on. That's a Sportster. Where's the other one at? My big twin one go to. Used to be hanging over there. I guess I leave it out so I can use it. Now if you turn the motor backwards, the oil stays in the crank. If you spin it the other way, it goes into the gear cover. All this does is lubricate internally, because the scraper's back here will scrape the oil off.
Oh, okay.
I don't see anything hidden. And yes, I got the front on the F and the R on the back.
I saw that.
Because there's a, what is it, 3/4 thou, half a thou difference between the cylinders? Something like that. Even though they're the same size. Okay, now I gotta go ahead and torque these down. Get my torque wrench out.
Shit.
Torque wrench. torque wrench.
Yep.
If you're piston oil out here, you know why?
You're pumping it through there.
That's right. It's on the return pump. Making a mess. Okay, someone hold the motor so it can rotate. Try to put more torque on it now, see? Once again, the harder you hit it, the more torque. You can tell I've never done that before, see?
Yeah.
Alright, so they got good torque on them. Now you want to know how much torque that is?
Enough.
Not that much.
Not that much.
Pretty good torque. A lot less effort with it. More time around just to make sure it doesn't tight. I think it's supposed to be like 35 foot-pounds. I think we maybe get more than that. Okay, they're torque.
Torquey.
Okay, I wipe off the oil up on top here, the excess. You don't need to foul your spark plugs out for no reason. See how easy to turn? Pretty easy, huh?
Very nice.
Okay, the pistons both up the top. That's good. So you know what cylinder you're on? Which lift looks like it's moving? Can't tell. Didn't see which ones are moving. So I don't know if you're on the compression stroke or not on the compression stroke. So let's find out. We're on the overlap. See how they're moving?
Yeah.
These ones weren't moving. So now you're bringing these around. This is on the compression stroke in this cylinder right now. So we're right before top dead center right now. So there should be a timing mark pretty close right now under here.
Let's look.
About 3/8 of an inch down. Yeah, 5/16 down. Should be in the should be toward the front, I think. So when you put the distributor right now, you'll be close to where the firing point is. Right there. It's close. I don't know where it is, but which way is it, front or back?
You see it?
Oh, see it to the front.
Almost. Nope.
Shouldn't be too far away. There it is.
Yep.
There you go.
See, it's about halfway down. Half an inch down. This one just passed. Right there. You know, it's close enough to drop the distributor in and figure out where you're at.
Okay.
Yeah,
Why?
because you don't want to break the case.
I don't want to strip the threads out.
Steel and aluminum.
It's tight, but it ain't real tight. You don't need to be real tight. Just a plug. All right.
Just a beauty.
So there should be a space that goes in there I don't have. I assume it's at home.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd stuff that thing in there as soon as you can so the dirt don't go in there.
Yep.
Because right now dirt can go in there. Bad thing. We pumped up most of the oil out of here on the backward side, so it's not dribbling out so bad anymore. They might have put oil on the motor at one time. So do you like it with a silver or black wash versus that?
I think it looks good. Contrast.
Matches the cylinders.
Yeah.
Factory, it's all silver, everything.
Yeah.
So,
They're ugly. The case are natural. All your stuff is silver painted, and it's all CAD hardware. Everything's the same color gray.
That's boring.
No contrast. Sucks.
Yeah, it's boring.
The older motors, you had black cylinders, flatheads. The lifter blocks were either black or silver, and the oil pumps were usually black, and all your hardware was black. So you had good contrast into your natural aluminum covers.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't look too bad. Panhead, just all gray. Ugly.
It's boring.
Yeah. So I tend to throw chrome. If they want silver parts in the motor, I'll put chrome hardware to at least give it something. Or you got to put black on, which nobody wants to do black. But if you put black on your cylinders and stuff like that, CAD looks good. You see it really nice. So it's just how you do it. So, anyway, it looks good. We'll have to do the heads later.
Yep.
3 days is enough work for one motor.
that's it. Yeah.
It's a 3-day overhaul.
That's quick.
Yeah. Especially I got other stuff I should be working on.
Another motor.
Yep. Well, the reamer came in a couple days ago, so we'll get back on the knuckle of it next.
Not to mention this one over here.
Get that buttoned up. That's just an assembly. It's the 83 motor. Yeah, just got to assemble it.
But then there's a 72 that needs to be built too.
Oh, there's that.
And we're bypassing that by giving you the 83 for now. Unless you're talking about that 72 Sportster, it should have been
Kicking
done.
that can down the road.
No.
The 72 Sportster should be done a long time ago.
Oh, you're killing me.
Yeah, me too. All right. We bought this one over here. It's a 72 shovel.
Well, it's not 72, is it?
I think it is.
Well, it's not mine, so I don't care.
It's either 72 or 76. Which one is it? 76. Okay, I missed a bike. Can't remember. That's
Look.
waiting to be done too. That's been there for a long time.
Does the owner care?
Yes.
Go.
They always do.
Not always.
It's been there for 2 years sitting in that spot since we
Oh,
moved it here.
The whole time you've been here once.
Yeah, it needs to get done. All right, that's it for now.